Hello there, Master Hellish here, and welcome back to my OpenTTD Let's Play series, the UK Challenge. And yes, despite a couple of comments from a couple of people, it is a UK challenge. This is a map of the UK. Okay, it doesn't include Ireland, but that's part of the challenges to add it. And whilst we haven't gone everywhere yet, we haven't come all the way up to Scotland, and we haven't gone to Wales, there must be a couple of diehard fans out there somewhere, because they're complaining that I started over here and I haven't gone everywhere yet. We're still early in the series, do not worry, we will be expanding across the country. I'm not quite sure about this special affiliation that some people have with certain places, but don't worry. Down here the land is flat and good. This is not an easy game. We've got maintenance turned on, it's a challenge, and making money is not easy. So doing it in other places, yeah, you're not going to get a nice fast easy railway line up there, and well, there's not as much in Wales to actually get your teeth into. I wasn't in Wales. Hang on, let me do it right. There we go. Yeah, so it's a similar situation there. So for those very few people who keep putting quite a few comments, don't worry about it. Okay, right then, so let's crack on with today's episode. We're going to do the stuff that I said I might do between episodes, but I wasn't sure. I kind of thought to myself, well, you know what, you're here to see me build stuff, so let's build stuff and let's do a good job of it. So last time we put all this in and got some trains going backwards and forwards. There's 1.2 million on the board, and it's very nearly 1960. So next episode we'll be looking at your 1960 game saves, almost certainly. So let's unpause the game and just see how things are going. The trains are flowing okay. Now here we've got trains go where one's going and one's coming back, and we've got stuff waiting. That's not what we want. So we're going to clone this train and put it on its way. Okay. Now this one, again, we've got the same situation here. The train left before the other one arrived. It's important that we've got trains constantly at the stations. That improves the rating and makes things better. One thing that's not going to improve the rating is the top speed of these trains. That is actually quite poor. Maybe we've got some more money in the future, we can improve that. But it looks like we've got a good situation here. In fact, it looks like we're going to be short on livestock trains. So let's clone this livestock train, get another one in there. And we've got to keep a close eye on both of these kind of interchange stations, because if they run out of trains, we need to make sure that we're putting them in there. So we've got one interchange there and another one here. This interchange has run out of grain trains, so I'm just going to grab that grain train there, make a clone of it before it gets too far away from me, and we'll keep an eye on that. Now somebody asked me if I was missing signals around here in one of the comments, and the answer to that is no. This is just signalled very differently from how I would normally do signalling, because I think it's different. Some people did wonder what was going on. I was trying to save money, essentially, and I was probably trying to save too much money. We need to do this and actually finish it out and make it a full set of tracks. Now I know. Now I feel comfortable with the situation. So we're going to do this and just expand it out like that, and we'll move the depot. There we go. So that it's linked up with the rest. And then these two lines here we're going to turn into a double track that comes down into a double track over here as well. There we go. Just make it nice and easy. Hopefully you can see how just doing little tweaks like this, we can turn a one-line track into multiple. And we're going to have a junction here actually. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do it yet, and if I leave those trains like that, they will crash. And I know how I'm going to do it now. We're going to just do this. Now one of the reasons why this costs so much is just buying across farmland. But let's get some signals in now so that that train can come out the depot. And are we doing trains on the inside? No, we're doing signals on the outside. So I need to switch those around. So that's okay. The advantage of doing this is I can also add more trains. I made the lines too simple to begin with. Way too simple. There we go. I mean, sometimes starting off small and growing your line to be bigger is a good thing. But how small do you start? It's interesting. It's do you go full throttle? I don't think so. Now, oh, my signal spacing has changed. Signal spacing is something that we've talked about, and I've seen being talked about in the comments of the video. Some people have been saying, oh, if you add more signal spacing, add more signals, you'll find trains flow better. And that is technically correct. However, the trouble here is that signals cost quite a lot to have and maintain. And what have we got? We've got, most of our trains are kind of length 6 or 5, I can't remember now. So it's probably best to have them at that length. Someone did suggest doing signals out at a longer length in order to get better. I've just realised that this junction is not going to work. In order to get better money, so to reduce the number of signals. I was thinking about doing something like that. Actually, I think that might work. Is there a 90-degree turn? There isn't. As long as the depot goes on the outside here, that will work. Signals are going to have to go on the edge like this, but that's okay. Right. There we go. So they're all good now. I guess we're going to need a couple more trains. So we'll clone that train, get it rolling, and then we'll get to this and we'll clone that train. These trains aren't costing that much. It's 40 grand a pop. Our money's going up. That's good. Okay, how are we looking? Oh my goodness. Okay. We need more trains. We need one of each at least. So there is a livestock train. There is a grain train. Get them in there. Send them on their way. Did I send them on their way? I don't think I did. I think I missed the button. There we go. Off they go. And let's check the other station. Oh my goodness, that one's empty as well. We are shifting a lot of stuff. Let's get another grain. Where's livestock? There's a livestock train. Get them moving. God, my clicking skills are not that great today. Right, we've got a farm here. How have I not hooked that farm up? Not sure. Now, the question here is, with these new farms, is that do I make a farm to farm and then in, or do I bring it over to the to this interchange? And I think the answer is I just take it in. We'll feed the back farm into the front farm. I don't know what to do about that farm. I said farm a lot. That's fine. So let's just pause here for a second and have a look at how things are going at the other end here. So we're looking at the farm-in station. Oh good, look, it's not full. Although ideally I think we need a signal there. So it must be flowing through okay. Trains seem to be using the depots okay, because they are told to use the depots frequently to avoid breakdowns. And I bet we're actually probably starting to produce quite a lot, yeah. Right, before the end of this episode, we're going to have to upgrade this goods station and probably put some more trains on it. Looking down here, it looks like the goods trains are flowing okay, and what we'll probably do is use this sort of layout here. I like this layout. It's got a nice even flow to it. The trains usually should be okay. Right then, in that case, should we do it now? Let's do that now. Okay, so I'm going to unpause the game and just stop any new trains from coming in. There we go. That train's going to go out on its way already. And I think we'll expand the platforms where they are. I'm not going to move them too much. So, number of tracks. No, number of tracks 2. Platform length, I think we're at 6. Yep, there we go. And we can keep some of this track round here. We may as well pause the game actually now that train's out of the way. And let's just remove that signal and these signals. Now one of these that's going to have to turn into a tunnel. So let's just take a little bit out there. And with the Q button just pop the land down. And I think, is that wide enough to get the track? No, it's not. We need to move it one out. I was hoping. I did it wrong though. There we go. Let's fix that up. So that's the distance you need. You need 2 blocks in the top section like that to allow for this diagonal across here, which will let you connect that up, and then this we're going to move so that we can get a signal in here, a signal in there, and bring them together. Bringing them together allows us to have an extra space to allow for double depots and so forth. And because we've got this bit here, I figured we may as well do that. Okay, we can connect that back up because we're finished with the major reworks. Just need to pop a tunnel in there, connect that up and cross this over like that. Got a spare bit of track here I didn't mean to put in, and a signal there. Now we can pop the double depot in, and we'll do that as close as we can. That signal's in the way, we'll just take it out. There we go, and we'll have a double depot on the exit too. And we'll put signals here and here on the exit, and I think that's looking good. Yep, right, the brand new station is done. I'll put signals there as well. Now we're going to need more trains. I don't know how many we've got currently going here. A few, a lot. One of them is actually quite old. Now I can't remember what we did with the auto replace. Let's have a look in the game settings, and in the filter we'll put oh yeah, look, auto replace vehicle when it gets old on. And then there was another setting related to that for the minimum auto renew minimum needed money for renew. This is how much money you need in your bank account in order for the renew process to take part. So if you're happy for your money to go down to 0, you need to change that to 0. Right, well that's fine. It looks like it's going to be a little bit before the next train comes. What's the ratings like? Poor. Yes, we need to put plenty of trains there. 3 new trains right now, because we've got regular steel income and we've got a fairly regular farm income. Soon we'll be able to shut down this road route. It's only there to ensure that we've got product being delivered every month. We're only transporting 35 crates of goods. That's terrible, absolutely terrible. Okay. What's the next thing to do? Well, let's carry on the game again, and we'll keep an eye on those 2 interchanges, and let's just have a look. Is there any more farms that we can connect to them? I suppose what we could do is these 2 farms we could connect into this. Yeah, we'll do that. So we'll let them. Should we let them share it? These are 3 long, aren't they? Number of tracks 4. No, number of tracks 2. We'll let them share. Platform length 3, but we'll do this as a row if we can. Yeah, okay, cool, that's fine. Didn't mean to do that. So the reason why I'm doing this as row is rows flow better. You can get twice as many trains through a row usually than you can a terminus station like this one. The designs, there's various different designs, and the different designs determine the different amounts, but as a general rule, a basic row will do double the throughput in terms of manoeuvres of trains, not in terms of platforms, as a standard terminus. Now we need to get a line over here and a line over there, so I think if we just do this, let's get a station over here. We only want well, yeah, we want that sort of station. Let's just do it so it only just connects, and we'll come out a little bit, do the crossover. So we've got the crossover with the depot. We'll pop the signals on in a minute. And then we'll diagonal out of here like that. And I think I'm going to leave this line apart for depot-y goodness. Let's get some signals on that line. There we go. Looks good to me. Oh, that's the exit. Okay, so I've built this the wrong way around. We need an extra piece of track on the exit of the platforms and then link them up. Just make that invisible for a second. Yep, I thought there was a bit of track behind there. We don't have to have this extra bit of track on the front, but you know what, we'll leave it there. Move that signal over, signal on the exit, and a double depot over here. If you're confused about why double depots are good, then I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but I'll let me know and I'll maybe speak about it in a later episode. Okay, so now we need to get this farm connected up over here, but we've kind of got this little forest in the way, so I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do this. So maybe if I do it so it just sneaks past the forest. There. I'm happy with that. Now at the minute we've got the money to stop all this. So let's just remove that. And let's see. Let's just cut through here. It's probably going to cost about 3 grand. 10 grand. Ooh, a little bit more than I was expecting, but still within budgets. Now this one's going to get connected up to... Well, let's put the crossover in and the signals in, and that makes it easier to see. There we go. Here we go. So you can see that trains need to... That's wrong, I think. No, that's right, that's right. That's right there. So what we can do is pop a diagonal in like this. Yeah, and then ideally we don't want this crossover, so... Tunnel? I think a tunnel's probably going to make the most sense. There we go. This is quite sharp, this corner here, leading into this micro junction, which could potentially slow trains down, but I suppose if they're coming down off a bridge, then they'll have that amount of acceleration. I'm not really sure. We'll leave it like that for now. We'll leave it like that for now, and we'll just do some train cloning. So for now we are going to clone these slower trains. They're much more affordable to run. They're not going a long distance. We're not trying to make money off that bit of the journey. We're trying to make money from the interchange up to the farm. And to be honest, it's not too much about the money. If this is in profit, it doesn't matter because we're trying to just make the farm brilliant. So we're going to just change these orders so that at the beginning we've got a full load. We'll clone that train so there's 2 of them. Send them on their way. And we'll do the same here. No, we want the depot, not the station. There we go. Clone the train without holding control so it doesn't have any shared orders. Remove the first order and click go to and pop a new order in there holding control, and then clone the train holding control and on their way. So that is 2 more stations with some more trains. We're probably going to have to add some more trains. Looking pretty good. So originally in this episode I was planning on hooking these 2 farms up, but actually doing these 2 made more sense to me. I ended up laying less track, and we've ended up looking after the routes a lot better. And this goods station here, I can see this station having to double up later, so I can see that we're going to have to add like a 4-length thing on like this in the future. But for now I think we're okay. So let's just roll through December, see how things are going. Money is not medium. Hang on a minute, wait, we've got a problem. What happened here? It's going for farm in, but yet it's full of grain. Oh, it's heading to farm in. This is farm in. So it's gone through Farm Inn to get to that depot. This is the problem sometimes with having depots like this. Okay, so sometime after passing these two depots, before dropping its grain off, it decided it needed to go to the depot. So it went through the station and to the depot there. I suppose I could put a station feedback here. And do that. Oh, it didn't take it. Maybe the routing didn't update in that short amount of time. That's strange. Ah, everything go away. Let's just try it here then. So that we'll put a capture point just in case there's a train like that. It shouldn't happen very often. The odds of a train deciding that it wants to go to those back depots should be very small indeed. Now, how much money are these trains making? So this one, I think, is on its first journey. It's just unloading there. And it gets 24 grand. This farming setup appears to be actually making us some good money. Let's have a look at some of these trains. Yeah, look at that. 125 grand for that train. 12 grand. Oh, some of these trains are making more than others, but some of them have been running longer. And some of them have had feeder stations longer than others. That station's okay at the moment, but we need another grain train. Come on, I want more trains. More trains, please. There we go. Check this one. Look, we haven't even got a livestock train in there. There's the nearest livestock train. Get that going. 140 trains we're up to now. We're really starting to steam along. We're getting quite good transfer money. Are these transfer trains actually making okay money? Let's have a look. Oh, we're in 1960. I need to pause the game. Yeah, look. So most of these transfer trains are actually making profits, even though they're slow. So that's all right. Let's have a look at the ratings. See, look, ratings are very good, 75%. And we're transporting a good amount. Let's check the ratings down here. Yep, the ratings are okay. We're doing all right. That train that's making 125 grand is really good. If we go to our coal setup, and we've got these big long trains. Look. Okay, so some of these trains are making a lot of money. Like, a lot. 242 grand a year. That's actually quite good. But you know what? That's profit. It's got 3 engines on it, so it's costing more to run, but we're still making massive profits. But we have to offset these other ones that take so long to go around the loop that they're not even getting any profit in a year. So that coal loop, whilst it is overall profitable, it's not great. I think I made it too long. It probably needed to be around 300 squares rather than the 500 or 600 squares that it is. This iron ore line here, from this steel hub down here to the iron hub, that is almost 300 squares exactly. These trains are making good, steady profit. Right, now, before we finish off, because we have already done that goods station, haven't we? Thank you very much for the comments about whether you want to go to Manchester or Exeter. I think next episode is when we're starting that. And we're going to be bringing it down either to Exeter or Manchester. I haven't counted those particular votes yet, but I will count them soon. And one of the things that we'll be doing quite soon is having a line from somewhere in the north of England coming up through to probably the south sort of area of Scotland. And then what we'll do is, like, the end of that line will be the beginning of our highway challenge. Well, we're talking a few episodes yet. We're still relatively early in this series. It's only 1960. Now, I mentioned 1960 and your game saves. If you're playing along, please remember to either come along to the Discord or follow the links on the website to send your game saves to me so we can have a look at them and showcase how everybody is getting along. If you want to play along, it's not too late yet. The pace of this series means that you should be able to catch up. Just go to the information in the description of the video, or go to the beginning of the first episode in this series, and the link to the series is playlist is in the description, and you can just play along. It's not easy getting started in this one. I deliberately made it hard, but we like a challenge, don't we? And if you want to turn breakdowns off, okay, you can, but try and keep the rest of the settings the same. Well, there we go, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I will see you all soon. Remember, go to the website to find out more about me, the live streams that I'm doing, and come along to the Discord to get involved with the votes for my live streams. I will see you soon. Take care, and for now, goodbye.